Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the October mid-month Outturn preview tasting. Excuse me. It's just me tonight. Ben could not make it. It will be a quick one. I have 3 whiskeys for everybody out there. By quick, I mean 30, 45 minutes, somewhere in there. Maybe it'll allow me to do a little bit more of spend a little bit more time with each whiskey since we don't have 5 or 6 to go through. But what is it? Mid-October, moving into fall, that cooler weather starting to kick in. It's 58 degrees here where I am. What kind of temperature, what kind of weather is everybody else looking at? Let's see who's here so far. I see Mamuka is here. Stewart of Butte. Duke McHale. Duke, I talked to you on the phone earlier today. Borderlander. CA Scotty. Is that California Scotty? And that's it so far. Tuning in, those commenting. Keep in mind, we do have free shipping going for bottles of 3 or orders with 3+ bottles until the end of October. That'll be midnight Pacific time on October 31st. Place your order or orders and combine them. As long as you have 3 bottles or more, take advantage of free shipping. Jimmy Jazz, Warren Buff, and Max Kruger all tuning in. A.B. Scott, good evening, everybody. All right. And I was having a little warm-up dram. Syndicate 58.6, a little bit lighter on the palate. What's everybody else drinking? All right. Let's get into whiskey number 1. Starting off with a grain whiskey, G15.19. Shop on the Beach. This is an 8-year-old Highland. First fill barrel is our cast type on this one. 62.2% ABV. 700 milliliter bottle will be available tomorrow. All of these 1 p.m. Eastern time. $95 on this one. Haven't seen too many lately, even at the $100 mark or even sub 100. And for color, everybody in here, really maybe about what you'd expect. 8-year first fill bourbon barrel, nice golden hue to this one. No sherry maturation here, no dark colors. Of course, we don't add any additives, any colorings, anything like that to our whiskeys. 8 years of natural cask influence here. I see Sean Spaeth tuning in. Looks like it for newcomers. Let's get in. A grainy lemon, a lemongrass. Dusty, slight oaks, a little bit of lime. Citrusy. Wow. Really jumping out of the glass at me for an 8-year-old. Ooh. I like some well-aged grain whiskeys. You take some good grain whiskeys and just, second fill or refill bourbon casks and let them age. And they really turn really fruity, really tropical. This one almost smells, it's hidden there. But 8 years, let's see. Let's get in on the palate. Cheers. Ooh. Wow, very nice. Very fruity. Citrusy fruits, floral, vanilla creams. Wow, that was a lot more up front on the palate than I had expected. Really coming off older than it is at 8 years. Great buy here for $95. Ooh, just nice malty, lemony, lime, slight breads, fresh baked breads, floral, a little bit of hibiscus, nutty, slight nuttiness, light nuts. Wow, that was a very nice palate. I have had these open. You notice I did not pour it. I had these open, poured them about 20 to 30 minutes ago, let them get some air. Although I did open these, I believe Friday or Saturday over the weekend and had a little dram of each one of these as well. Let's see real quick here. 74 degrees, California Scotty says. Mid 50s in the DC area from Warren Buff. 49 from Mamuka. Wow. Yep, moving into those fall temperatures. Great cigar smoking weather. Ooh, very nice. I love the nose on this one. Very nice. So, second sip. Really the fresh baked, it's kind of like a white bread, fresh baked, warm still, a slight nuttiness again, macadamia almost, lighter nuts, citrusy still, lemons, lemon peel, lime. Very nice. Blind, I would never guess 8-year-old grain whiskey on this one. I put a drop of water on it. And what's our ABV? Oh, 62.2, a little bit higher. Mamuka. Oh, 700 milliliter. Bart does not approve. LOL. No, Bart is against 700 milliliters. We did set the Guinness record. 400 and some participants in. We had some technical difficulties that were not expected due to the size of the Zoom. And so that led, I think, to even quite a few people not being able to attend. But 400 and some people was still big enough to set the world record for an online whiskey tasting. That email went out today. Everybody should have it if you check your inboxes or maybe even your spam folder. You'll see it in there with water. Some peaches, cinnamon. Ooh, wow. Creams, vanillas. Very nice. There's a lot of depth on this palate you would not expect. Again, especially from an 8-year-old. Wow. Ooh, and at 62, I add even a little bit more water. I think this one's going to handle water pretty well. Hey, Christine Daisy, I see tuning in. I've talked to Christine a couple times on the phone here over the last couple of weeks. And she was a member, had dropped out for a little bit and came back and is enjoying the whiskey. Greetings for everyone from Oregon, Christine says. Guess I should be highlighting these. I get sidetracked when it's just me. No one around to help. With water, again, still very nice. More fruitiness, fruity character starting to show, citrusy, vanilla creams, the light kind of macadamia nut still there. Let's try it with 2 rounds of water. Wow, everything really just expanding. Yeah, it might have been a little bit too much water. Very nice, very smooth on the palate though now. But really a lot of the punch gone. Still very nice though, malty, citrusy, everything's still there. Just a little bit too much water on that one now, but still delicious. Great, again, great buy. Will be available for for $95. Wow. Great palate on that one. There's a little bit of a pretzel, a nutty pretzel. Yeah. Nice. All right. Let's see. A. Moore tuning in. Brad Woods just got on. Evening, everyone. Brad Woods says. Ooh. All right. Whiskey number 2. Again, tonight, only 3 whiskeys. Small mid-month outturn this month. We're moving into, November and December, though. There's a lot of whiskeys coming up, a lot of great whiskeys. Our second whiskey, you're looking at it, 39.246, Twists and Turns. This is a Juicy Oak and Vanilla Space Cider, 10 years old. First fill barrel again, 61.5%. And this one will be available for $115. Again, 700 milliliter. You probably see most 90, 95, 98% of our whiskeys now are going to be 700 milliliters. We've made the switch over. A few stragglers in there that'll still be bottled at 750. This one, again, a distillery 39, we get some excellent casks from. Usually very nice, sweet, fruity, just a great sipper. And let's see what we're going to get with this one. Quit dropping my paper on the floor. All right. Color on this one, 10-year-old first fill ex-bourbon barrel, real similar to what we just saw from the 8-year-old first fill bourbon barrel. Nice golden hue on this one. No sherry influence here, no dark colors, just 10 years of ex-bourbon maturation. So about what you'd expect there. As I drop my paper back on the floor. Maybe I can stand it up and I won't have to bend over to pick it up. All right. George Kaplan tuning in now. Ooh. Max Kruger says they put a 39 on the agenda and my wallet springs open. We have a lot of fans at Distillery 39 and for a good reason. Just some outstanding whiskeys. Ooh, again, a little bit more punch on the nose from this one. Still up there over 60% ABV. But the real similar, though, still citrusy, malty, vanillas, slight cinnamon, slight oak. Wow. Ooh, that one's actually burning the nose a little bit more. A little bit darker, though, too. Darker oak and a little bit of, almost a little bit of leather dress shoe. Ooh, nice. A a piece of lemon pie that you hid in your dress shoe to eat later. I don't know why anyone would do that. Maybe some of you have. I have only once, maybe twice. Ooh, very nice. Man, again, you didn't see me pour these. I poured these about 6:30, so 20 to 30 minutes before live time. Let these get some air. I did open these on Saturday again, just to give a little sample, little taste to them beforehand. Creamy. Ooh, man. Mamuka says, I don't even know how my liver is still kicking. The Scotch 4 dummies say, shut up, liver. You're fine. All right, let's get in on 39.246. Cheers. Ooh. Lemon cheesecake biscotti. Ooh. Wafers. Vanilla. Ooh. Toasted lemon meringue with a little burnt topping where the whipped cream is burnt, toasted on the top. Wow. Great palate. Another great cask from Distillery 39. Ooh. Another little sip neat. Thanks, Sean. Lemon cheesecake biscotti. Scott's going hard on these notes tonight. LOL. Christine's, now I'm hungry for dessert. Haven't had dinner yet. Yeah, this one. Ooh, a little bit of little minty. A little bit of a Andes, a white chocolate Andes mint, after dinner mint. Little bit of the leather showing, wet leather. About said horse saddle, wet horse saddle. I had that once on a note on a whiskey. Not quite that much leather, slight wet leather, moist. Still that lemon biscotti, wafer, baked biscuits, good. Wow. Let me get a drop of water on this one. Those watching, if you've made it this far and you're not familiar, when we refer to cask 39.246, 39 means that's the 39th distillery that we purchased whiskey from, and 246 means that's the 246th cask that we've released from Distillery 39. So we don't publicly put out those distillery codes of what distillery number is what, but they are available online. You can use your search engine of choice or Google it and find out. Let's try it with a drop of water. Expanding that wafer biscuit note. I'm on a plane. I'm eating the little cookie wafers that they have with a little bit of vanilla cream frosting, little bit of a funky cheesecake frosting type note with it. Wow. Great palate on this one. And I'm trying to think for Distillery 39, I don't think this one is quite, I think Distillery 39 with the sweet, fruity, mellow profile is probably more what we're used to seeing, a lot more fruits. I mean, there's some citrus fruits here, but there's all these other notes going on as well. These baked wafers, cinnamon, creams, slight leathers. It's almost a little bit darker Distillery 39, I think, than what we're used to. That would normally be in that, like that sweet, fruity, mellow profile. And that'd be interesting to see. A little bit of tobacco. Just came out with some water. Pipe tobacco. Wow. Cigar wrapper. Cigar wrapper, tobacco, Maduro, dark. Interesting. I don't know if I've got cigar wrapper on too many Distillery 39s in the past. Again, with this higher ABV, let me put a second round of water on it. And I started using second round because, and I know I've talked about this before, but if you're new, you'll hear the term a drop of water, and some people literally mean a drop. With some of our whiskeys, depending on how much you have in the glass and the ABV, like this one at 60, 62% ABV, or 61.5, a drop of water good luck discerning that you put it in there. So I say a round of water. A round of water is a dropper, maybe 4, 5, 6 drops of water, per round. So when I add a second round, I'll add another 4, 5, 6 drops, something like that. But that higher ABV allows you to play with it a little bit and bring it down to where your palate likes it. Sometimes more notes are revealed, sometimes not necessarily so. Brad Woods is asking about, it's kind of a small advent calendar that the UK has, the 12 days of Christmas. We are not getting that, and I don't know why, so I can't answer as far as why, but I can tell you it's not on our schedule anyway at this point to get. So unfortunately, and I know a lot of people are interested in that. I've fielded a lot of questions about that. And what do you mean, Mamuka? Good cue. Do we, Scott? Wow, the finish on this one, really nice. Still tasting it. Not as much of the fruit forwardness of this one from Distillery 39. It's darker, more oak, more of the tobaccos, maybe a slight nuttiness, more of the biscuits, toasted biscuits, along those lines. A little bit drier. Let's try it with the water. Maybe the one round is helping expand a little bit. 2 rounds, not. No, they're a little bit more of the tobacco, a little bit more of the dryness, the oak showing. Really interesting from Distillery 39. Just not getting a lot of that more fruit forwardness that we usually see. Scott Beach is asking. I haven't seen Scott Beach tune in before. Thanks for tuning in. Since the sample pack is not coming this way, is there a special Christmas bottle on the schedule? We have, I am getting the bottles created for the website for November, and we have a lot of whiskeys in November. I haven't even made it to December yet. So there is a special 40-year coming to market for the 40th anniversary. Stay tuned for that one. That'll be available next week. A little pricey though. Make sure you're in the market for a 40-year-old single malt Scotch. Duke McHale is asking, it's getting a lot of barrel influence. Could be a lot of the barrel influence here, that 10 years, first fill, ex-bourbon barrel. That's probably, a lot of our Distillery 39s, though, are probably first fill, ex-bourbon barrels. Maybe this one has a little bit more char on it. Could be. That would be a good reason for it, I think. Maybe if you're getting a little bit more of that char influence, a little bit more of that depth of the oak. It's a good question. Mamuka, are we ever going to see Distillery 79 again? I'll have to look that up to see who that is. Hold on just a second. And you can always hope. Rebellions are built on hope. I don't know. That's a good question. We'll see. Again, I haven't seen any for November, if that helps. All right, let's try with a little bit more water on it. I think I've got it watered down pretty good here. I did get a little bit more with the water there right up front. I did get a little bit more of the citrus of the fruit. Here I was just talking about how some of that wasn't here. A little different for Distillery 39. And then with that second round, really bringing it down right up front, I got a little bit more of the citrus, a little bit more of the lemon. Other than that, though, it's drier. It's a little bit darker, a little bit thicker. There's a little bit more viscous on the palate for a Distillery 39. Very interesting, very good. It's delicious. And, ooh, wow. Great finish on that one. It hangs around. Again, these will be available 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And that one will be available for $115. And moving on to our third and final bottle of the night. Again, only 3 bottles tonight. Small mid-month outturn. But be prepared and have your wallets prepared for Thanksgiving and December. We're going to end the year with a bang. And bottle number 3 tonight. 19.61 Facets and Layers. This is in our sweet, fruity, and mellow profile. 18-year-old Highland. Again, a first fill barrel. 58.9%, and will be available for $190. And here we go, a $750. I told you there were still a few out there, scragglers, and this is one of them. So probably a few more out there, handful. And get into the color on this one. Again, third one tonight, all 3 first fill ex-bourbon barrels. This one, an 18-year-old. And what's really odd to me as I poured these tonight, our age range from 8 to 18, all of them first fill barrels, and all of them real similar color, cask influence. Even the 8-year-old, let me find it real quick. Against the 18, it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit lighter, I guess. It looked pretty similar before, but no, the 8-year-old has a lot less color to it, a lot less influence from that cask. 18-year-old definitely picking up more of that cask influence character. Ooh, toasted honeys. Richer. This one is definitely, it's close on the ABVs. The others were 62 and 61. This one's still close at 58.9, but you don't get that burn of the alcohol on the nose. On the nose, it feels a lot lighter. But nice cinnamon, nice baked goods, a little bit of a melon, honeydew, a little bit of a fruit cup, a fruit cocktail. Very nice. Wow. Very fruity. Duke McHale is asking, no Halloween bottle? We will have, I believe, the tasting panel number 2 or one of the next seasonal selection. No, that's November. So that's even going to be after Halloween. Ooh, that was a little bit of a heavy cinnamon lad apple pie. Ooh, very fruity, very nice. Oak, 18 years old. Again, Distillery 19, though, we've had some great casks this year and last year from Distillery 19, probably before that as well. Highland Distillery just do a great job. All right, let's get into the palate on this one. Oh, hold on just a second. A.B. Scott. Great comment on Distillery 19. The last 19 I tasted, 19.83 during the gathering. Also, Sweet Fruity Mellow was fantastic. Would be curious how this compares. Yeah, 19.83. So that one was one of the anniversary bottles released in conjunction. The Scotch Malt Whiskey Society was founded in 1983. So 19.83 was released as part of our 40th anniversary. Oh, wow. Yeah. Mamuka says very honey forward cereal, just beautiful if you like spirit driven whiskey. Yeah, I'd say probably pretty similar on the nose. Now, I didn't get to taste 1983, but this one, 1961. Can we say it without the point like that? 1983, 1961. Very nice on the nose. Let's get it on the palate. Cheers. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Ooh. A little bit more depth here, going from an 8-year to a 10-year to the 18-year. Definitely more cask influence. Wow. But melons, cinnamon, coated in a cinnamon, honey, a little bit of honeycomb, hard. Like some charcuterie boards, when you'll have like a little chunk of actual honeycomb on there. Drier, harder, good, delicious. Cinnamons here again. Fruity apples, cinnamon, apple pie, almost a little bit of a caramel covered apple. Here's your Halloween bottle, Mamuka. Wow. Yeah. Green apples, Granny Smith, sour, tart, a little bit of cantaloupe, a little bit of honeydew. Wow. Great feel on the palate. This one really masking that 58.9%. It's one of those dangerous whiskeys where you don't realize it's that high, and you're going to have a couple big pours, and then you're going to feel it. But everything's kind of toasted here. Just wonderful cask influence again. Let's get a round of water on it. 3H Hemp. Oh, Hoyt. What's going on, Hoyt? He says, evening, Scott. This one sounds very interesting. Yeah, delicious. Great palate on this one. Great 18 years. Cask influence again. First fill, ex-bourbon barrel. Well, all three of these tonight, when you're looking for those ex-bourbon barrels, whiskeys that aren't, sherry finished, wine finished, anything like that. And really, a lot of people are really getting into the ex-bourbon barrels, just looking for that barrel influence and that distillery spirit driven character. I think all three of these tonight are great examples of that. With water. Nothing else really exposing itself here, but it really doesn't feel like I've added water at all to it. I still get that nice, kind of really a vanilla wafer, biscuity, melon, fruity, cinnamon, some toasted notes in there, the honeycomb, everything very nice. Definitely 18 years worth of depth on the palate on this one. Let's put another round of water on it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Mamuka says, don't forget free shipping. I know I already touched on it at the first, but remember, until the end of October, orders or combined orders with 3 bottles plus will get free shipping. Yeah, you have till midnight Pacific time on the 31st to qualify. key lime pie. A little bit in there, a lot of with the melons, with all the fruits. Ooh, toasted marshmallow. A little bit of nougat with some ground like peanuts. Wow. Okay. Water, bringing that out. That wasn't there before. Another one of these. I mean, this is a great sipper as well. Sit down with this one from Neat, adding water, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Find your sweet spot, and gorgeous. Great whiskey again. Great whiskey from Distillery 19. Ooh, nice finish on this one as well. The oak tannins definitely hanging around. I can feel them taste them on the back of my tongue, even at the back of my mouth. Delicious. What a great whiskey. All right. And let's see here. Just to recap. All three whiskeys. These are the only three whiskeys available. And again, just a recap here. Do there. Let me do a screen share with you. And present slides. No, share screen. And we want to show. There we go. Sorry, guys. It took me a second, guys and gals. The three whiskeys tonight, of course, these are the only three whiskeys available tomorrow, but we started off with G15.19, Shop on the Beach. 8-year-old grain whiskey in the Young and Sprightly profile, $95 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. 39.246, Twists and Turns. A 10-year-old Speyside from a first fill barrel, juicy oak and vanilla flavor profile will be available for $115. And finally, 19.61, Facets and Layers. 18-year-old Highland from a first fill barrel in our sweet, fruity, and mellow profile will be available for $190. And I'm back. That was it. Hope everybody took your screenshot. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, 1 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, these will be available. And we'll see you then. Remember, on the back of every Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottle, we say, our whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly. Cheers.